Hi friends, it's Emma from Emma K Plans and welcome back to this week's Plan With Me. This week is the week of August 22nd through that's a great question, 28th, and it is the week that I went to visit my brother who's just recently moved interstate. I am using the leftovers of the kit that I used for I used the same kit for this week in my main planner. It was half of a Sticky Essentials kit and half of a SPC like a rack mini kit. In that main spread, I used the full boxes from the Sticky Essentials kit because I liked them better, and then tried to pull in as much of the SPC one as possible because I really don't like the Sticky Essentials paper. And then it was kind of the opposite in this one. Obviously, I had the full boxes of the SPC kit, and then I had more of the like Sticky Essential stuff left over. And then I also used the leftover rainbow foil that I had from mainly Alicia Craft. I used her Carnival foil bundle and it was just like my favorite thing ever. I'm really never going to use Rainbow Carnival again, so I thought I just may as well use it in this week. And then I just threw out the rest because, yeah, I'm just not really a core foil that I'm going to use again, so... I actually had a great week, which you'll kind of see. I was there from Wednesday through Monday, so kind of a day into the next week, but this is like the majority of the trip. I think if you watched my, September kit lineup with I showed like an adjustment kit. I wasn't initially going to use this because I kind of booked the trip last minute and then I swapped it in. I kind of explained for my like US/international viewers, my brother moved to like the kind of California/Florida of Australia. I live in the south, which is like shit and cold and wet and raining, and then you have to go north, obviously, because I'm in the southern hemisphere. You have to go north for better weather. So he now lives in Queensland, which is like our kind of tourist warm weather state, which is nice for me. So when I go up and visit him, I get a bit of a holiday out of it as well, which is what we kind of turned this into. I'm going to be going and trying to go kind of as much as possible, even if just for like a weekend, or like even because I can work remotely. But because this was the first time I'd seen him since he moved, we kind of made this a bit of like a little holiday, which was really nice. I didn't realize how much I needed the break. Work was just kind of getting to me. I was really getting bogged down. So yeah, it was just kind of great to go and just escape from it all, really. So I'll move into the day by day. I'll probably get a bit out of order. Also, I've kind of decided that I am just going to be posting these Plan With Me's like week by week, obviously. And then I've got a few weeks to back plan that I'm kind of missing. I think they're like first couple of weeks in August. I'll just be randomly like uploading them and posting them when I get a minute. But I'm going to have like the up-to-date week done each week, if that makes sense. So like this week was the last week in real life, but I still have like 3 or 4 weeks that I haven't gone back and done. So yes, you might see some Plan With Me is a bit out of order, but I kind of just wanted to start from this week and just move on. And then, as I mentioned, when I have a bit of time, I will go back and do the other ones. So I also just I'm a bit sick of winter art and spreads, and that's kind of what I've been doing, and that's obviously what August is as well. So the spreads that I'm missing in this planner are like winter, and my brain's moved on to spring. Even though winter's my favorite season to live, I just get a bit sick of it because I have like 3 months straight of just winter art with nothing really breaking it up. So I'm ready to move on to spring. So anyway, let's get into the day by day. Instead of using character stickers, which if you've watched any of these videos before, I don't use character stickers in this planner. I just use either what's in the kit or what I have in the leftover foil bundle. Or if I don't have any of those, I just use handwriting. So I don't use scripts. I don't use Character stickers, I just use what I've got. In this case, I ended up using all the little deco bits that Alicia Crafts includes in her foil bundles, which is great. I used heaps of them in my main spread, but I just had so many left over, so I used them in this spread as well. Excuse me. Even if they don't necessarily relate to that activity, I don't care. It's more for like the overall look, especially because I didn't actually have any like full box overlays or bottom washi overlays to pull in. I pretty much just relied on like that deco for my little pop of foil. So I used the SPC work labels to mark work this week because I don't use them in my main planner, and I just couldn't be bothered, honestly, finding something else to use. I just thought they look neat. I don't have to write in work, so let's just go with them. So Monday was pretty slow. For me, work is either like so busy you can't keep up, or it's like so slow that I'm like marking it being slow or boring. There's just no in between, which is really frustrating. But you'll see Monday was a slow day, and then Wednesday ended up being busy, but that's okay. So I had a slow day on Monday, and then I caught up on a bit of YouTube. Now that I've got my iPad kind of set up, I've really been back into YouTube. I just have it set up on like a stand if I'm at my planner desk, or like I got one of those like folding stands that I use if I'm on the couch or in bed, and I love the portability of just being able to, you know, pop up the YouTube app, and then if I get over it, I literally just like shut it closed and I just, you know, throw it on the bed or something. I love the portability of the iPad, and I'm just really getting back into like watching, you know, YouTube or Netflix or whatever. Then I did some planning, so I most likely had YouTube on while I was planning. If I mark planning on a Monday on a Monday, it's normally me cleaning up or like finishing off the week before, so doing the character stickers, filling out any days maybe over the weekend that I hadn't filled out yet, so I'm assuming that's probably what it was. And then I just relaxed in bed. So obviously Monday, even though it was a slow Monday, I feel like I tend to get more tired when I'm bored than when I'm actually busy, so a slow day generally means I'll be pretty tired by the end of it. So just relaxed in bed to finish off the evening. Then Tuesday again had work, and I marked this the same in my main planner. I literally wrote "this is fucked." I honestly, work has been really getting to me the last sort of month or so I can't pinpoint, even though this was literally only last week, I can't pinpoint the exact like "this is fucked" moment that this was, because there's been a few, but I do remember just in general, like, it's been a shit one for me. So just been getting really like emotionally invested, and I'm really, my like new motto after coming back from this trip, I kind of realized what's important in life, and it's not work. So I'm kind of trying to just distance myself from like the emotional side of things. I just get so like invested and emotional, and it's like all consuming. So I'm really trying to step back, so when like shit happens, it doesn't bring down my whole life. So yeah, that was obviously like, I normally wouldn't write that unless it was something real bad. So it was obviously a culmination of something, or like, I don't know. Can't remember, but I was obviously pretty pissed off. Then Tuesday night, so Troy works late, so I have my own kind of space, my own time, which is probably good because I was so angry. I just need to like refresh and just, you know, normally I end up planning next week. I just like kind of chill out. It's not one word, chill out. So I cooked dinner, I packed my suitcase because I was actually leaving the next day, and then I laid down my base, which is it's my transition from winter to spring, and it's the rainy day shopping luxe kind of mystery. I think it was February, the last mystery that I was subscribed for, and it's by the artist that I really like, my favorite artist of hers. So that's the base that's the week that I'm living. realized that neutral colors are just not my thing. Whether it's like a phase I'm in or whether it's kind of permanent, I'm just not loving like any neutral spread that I put down, and this is one of them. Although I really love the art, I love my foil choice, I like love everything like in theory, but it's just not coming together for me. So I don't know. I think it's just like neutral kits. So I'm with spring coming up, I don't really have to worry about neutral. I generally do more neutral spreads in winter. So maybe I'll get a break. And then obviously Halloween, Christmas, summer. So I'm not going to be doing many neutral spreads for a while, which is good. I think I'll maybe want to do a neutral spread by the time that that kind of comes back around. But at the moment, I'm done with neutral. I'm just vibing with colours. Anytime I lay down a colourful base, I love it so much more than a neutral one. So that was that base. A little bit of a tangent. Wednesday, so this was the day that I actually flew to Queensland. So I worked in the morning. So it was, of course, always the way when you need to like leave early, the world ends and everyone needs your help. So I was fucking flat out this day after being dead on Monday and then kind of neutral on Tuesday, which is just so annoying. It's like people just know. And like then I had 2 days off and it was so freaking busy. So people just like can smell it, I swear. So it was really busy, and then I left work to drive to the airport, and in like true Melbourne fashion, it was fucking pissing rain the whole. So I live like an hour and a half from the airport, so but my work is like kind of half an hour closer, so if that makes sense. So I drove half an hour to work, and then that was like half an hour closer to the airport, so it meant I only had to kind of go drive an hour, which was nice. But it was pissing rain, it was like fucking 9 degrees and just like miserable, and I was like, yeah, this is classic Melbourne, like sending me off, of course. And then I had paid for like extra legroom seats, like the emergency exit row. So it was quite a comfortable flight, although because I don't know if this is the same in America at the moment, but there's like heaps of issues with flights at the moment because we weren't able to travel for 2 years. So there's lots of like, what would you call them? Like they're still ironing out a lot of kinks, and like the airlines are struggling with like staff, I mean, as everyone else is, but it's resulting in like baggage going missing and is getting delayed. So everyone's flying with carry-on only, including like that's what I did. But because everyone's flying with carry-on only, the fucking overhead bins get so full, and I'm not one of those people who has to be on the plane first. Like I fucking hate lining up when you're like, they call your flight for boarding and like everyone shoots up and like runs. I fucking hate that. I hate being on a plane, so why would I be on the plane first? But on my 2 flights, it cost me because my fucking suitcase had to go like right down the back and I was up the front because I'd paid for up the front. So I had to wait for everybody to get off the plane before I could get my suitcase. Obviously a very first world problem. I'm fully aware of that. However, it was so annoying. So I hope they can get that shit sorted soon because that's just so annoying. Like trying to do the right thing by not packing a bag and then you just get screwed over. So anyway, I flew to Brisbane and then I caught the, they have an airport train, which is a novelty to me because in Melbourne we do not have an airport train. You have to get on the double-decker bus, which is rubbish. Even though we are try to be a world city, we literally do not have an airport train. So I caught the airport train all the way down to Gold Coast, which was like 2 hours. And then my brother lives near the Gold Coast and he picked me up from the station, and that was so nice to see him. We just like got a pizza because it was quite late, and just like shared that. So yeah, it was like so nice to see him after like, I think 2 months. Like me and my brother are very close, so I kind of have noticed him not being here. He used to come over like probably twice a week, like because he still lives at home and I don't. So he would come over for dinner like 2 or 3 times a week. So it's been kind of a lot, not having him here. So it was really nice to get up and see him. And then Thursday, Friday, he had the day off from work and uni, so we kind of tried to jam in as much as we could. He lives around the corner from a Starbucks, which is another novelty for me because the closest Starbucks to me is like 40 minutes away. And it's like in the opposite direction from where I would go to work or anything. So the only reason I would go to Starbucks is like if I'm at that shopping mall or if I'm somewhere else that has a Starbucks. I can't just like drive around the corner and there's one, which is really sad. But he lives right near one and we both love Starbucks. It's pumpkin spice latte season. We actually got it like 2 weeks earlier than America. And it's funny because it's not pumpkin spice latte season here, it's spring. But obviously we have to do everything based on the American time. So my brother loves pumpkin spice lattes, so we were there like every morning. I'm more of a gingerbread girl. Gingerbread is my time to shine, and he loves pumpkin spice, so we're really like coming into the good times. So yeah, we got Starbucks like every morning just because it's like a novelty for me that I get to actually go to Starbucks. And then went to Movie World, which is like is a theme park in Australia, so that was fun. I haven't been there since I think 2 years ago, no, a year and a half ago, which was good. So my brother and I love theme parks and rides and roller coasters, like we're really into that sort of thing, so perfect place to go. And then we ended up catching the light rail to the like main kind of shopping mall in the area, and I went to Louis Vuitton. So I've been wanting to get a on the go for a while, and I'd been sort of looking at colors online, and I needed to go in person and just see what the colors looked like and if like that bag was the right size for me and all that sort of thing. So I went in and kind of took some photos and tried on, some of the bags to kind of get an idea of which one that I want. I'm also not opposed to buying secondhand, so I didn't buy one there and then. I went and picked my colour, and then I'm going to be keeping an eye out to see if anything pops up secondhand, and then if not, I will go and buy it. So, and then we went to the shopping mall. Well, we went to the shopping mall first, but I kind of had laid down the stickers in the wrong order, so I just went with it. And then we had Vapiano for dinner, which this was the first time I actually ever went to Vapiano. No, it's not. Don't let me lie to you. This was the first Vapiano restaurant I ever went to a few years ago. And now I have been to Vapiano literally across the world. I don't know if they have it in the States. I've been to one in Gold Coast, in Melbourne, in Berlin, in Barcelona, in Paris, and Dubai. So maybe they don't have it in the States, actually. But it's like a kind of build-your-own pasta Italian restaurant. It's kind of like a chain. Well, it is a chain. But it's like, I don't know. We love it. It's cheap and it's really good. So I don't know if I have it in the States. Then on Friday, we had Starbucks again. We went to the outlet mall, which is called Harbour Town, and I picked up some stuff. Then we went to Coffee Club for brunch, which is like a chain, like brunch kind of restaurant. It's great because I'm not huge on breakfast, and so this place has like a sandwich that I really love, so we just know we're going to get something we both liked, so we went there a couple of times. He had one around the corner from him again, which worked really well. Then we went to Top Golf, which I'd never been to before. The last time I'd been to the Gold Coast, it wasn't open, but we had so much fun. My dad and Pop both are into golf, so my brother and I kind of grew up on golf. Every time we went on holiday or went away, there was a mini golf course. We always played mini golf. We would follow them around when they played golf. We'd drive the golf buggies, and then they'd give us a golf club and say, go have a hit. So this kind of was right up our alley. I don't know if you probably have something like this. I don't think it's unique, but it's like a big multi-story driving range. But they do it's more of I don't know how to describe, party atmosphere. They've got a DJ and food and drinks, and there's all games that you play to see if you can hit the targets, and I don't know, it's a driving range, but cool, like in the modern era. So we had heaps of fun doing that. We probably could have done it for longer. It was just so expensive. So because you pay by like half hour. It was kind of like bowling, how bowling, like 10-pin bowling's become real trendy with like DJs and like bars, and well, it has here anyway. And it was kind of taking that to like a like driving range kind of setting. So, and then we came home and we both started a new playthrough on the most recent Pokemon game. So now that we're in the same room, it was a lot easier to play. Normally we have to play over internet and like FaceTime, so that was fun. And then Saturday, Starbucks again. I get a nice chai for anyone who cares, and no one else in this fucking country can make an iced chai apart from Starbucks. It is so not difficult, but I don't know what it is. No one else can make it. So when I get to Starbucks, I have to get my chai because no one else can do it. I went to Movie World again for a little bit, and then we ended up at SeaWorld, which is like, it's kind of like SeaWorld in America, but it's a lot less cool. It's more animal focused, and then they've recently started developing into rides, but the rides aren't that great. They're getting there actually. They're building the like Australia's first wooden roller coaster, which is really exciting because wooden roller coasters are my favorite and we don't have one here. So they're getting into rides, I guess, but yeah, it's more like animal focused. Then Josh had work, so I cooked dinner and picked him up, and then we played more Pokemon. You can see how awful my handwriting gets because I tried to write on Saturday and Sunday and I just can't do it because of the like edge of the page, but I refuse to accept that I can't do it, and then I try. So anyway, moving on to Sunday, I'm running out of time. I organised to catch up with a friend who has recently, in the last 6 months, moved to Queensland. So she moved to Brisbane, and Brisbane and Gold Coast are probably an hour and a half apart. So she picked a spot that was like literally halfway. So she came down and I went up and we met for brunch, which was really nice to see her. It had, been a while. Then I watched quali of the Spa F1 race. I actually watched that first, but I put it down on the wrong side, so I just swapped them around. Josh was at work this day, so I just had the car and kind of did my own thing. And then I picked him up and we went to dinner. So we drove down the coast and had dinner like on the beach at a life-saving club. And we like sat outside and just like sat over the beach, and it was just like such a nice way to finish, because I then I worked remotely on Monday and then I flew home Monday afternoon. So this was kind of our last like thing together, I guess. So yeah, like overall I had such a great week. It was so great to be up there and see him. The weather was great. It was literally like 22, which I feel like is maybe like high 70s, low 80s, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. It was just like such nice weather after coming from like freezing rain crap that we get here. And yeah, so I had such a great time. I'm really trying to go back already. He's probably going to come down for Christmas, so that'll be good to see him. And hopefully we'll be able to catch up more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this spread. I certainly did. This is it in full. I love the little pops of the rainbow foil from Alicia Craft, and then the like light pastels of the kit. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!